Hello again, everyone, and welcome to the final picks video of the 2024 season for the NFL. I'm your host, Adam Snow, and with me, as always, picking along this season in our weekly NFL picks is the founder of the world of football, rebuilding since 1957, Randy Snow, and my brother Aaron. So all three of us are wearing the Lions stuff. Aaron's even got a little world of football swag on his noggin there. So it's been, 22, 23 weeks of picking. Absolutely fun season, even though it didn't end the way we kind of wanted. But we have a rematch Super Bowl. We'll get into all of that, but first we have to go and recap how everybody did not last week, the week before last, talking about those conference championship games. I mean, only 2 games. So a few people didn't submit their picks, which is fine. But Randy and Leonard were the only two to go 2-0 last week. They predicted this matchup. Myself, Aaron, B. Lewis, Sea Dog, Mr. Nosy Otter, Royce, and Ted Harrington all went 1-1. And then we had the fellows who went 0-2, that being Dale Cringe and Hawkeye 07. And that brings us to our overall records right now. And right now it's a fight between Randy and Leonard at 9-3 in the postseason here. Aaron at 8-4 along with Mr. Nosy Otter. B. Lewis and myself at 7-5. Royce and Hawkeye 07, along with Cringe at 6-6, Dale at 5-7, Sea Dog at 5-7, Mike Dolph, who didn't make any picks last week, sits at 5-5, Ted at 2-6, and Trey 1-3. So here we are, the final game. Now we get to find out who's gonna come out on top, Dad or Leonard. It's anyone's guess at this point. We don't know what they're gonna do. But before we get into any of the picks, you guys got anything else to say before we throw it to Dad and his what's it called? The disclaimer. There we go. I had a brain fart. We've been doing this for 23 weeks, and I just started forgetting about the disclaimer.
I did go 1-0 last week. I did say the NFC by 1,000,000. So.
Oh, for the Pro Bowl, yeah, those points don't count, and that game doesn't matter. So, yeah. Other than Jared Goff doing great, we don't care about that Pro Bowl game. So you can listen to our thoughts on that on our last podcast.
2 Lions players with interceptions.
One was a running back. That was pretty cool too. But again, that game didn't matter. All right, Dad, why don't you read that disclaimer, and we'll just chug on along.
All right. For the last time this season, warning. If you plan to use our predictions as a means to justify your own gambling bets, then you, my friend, are an idiot. Not just an idiot, a big idiot. We don't know what we're talking about. Super idiot, yes. We don't know what we're talking about, and you should never listen to us for gambling advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, and I hope you are entertained.
I just can't believe you waited till the final video of the year to finally give it some panache and pizzazz. Like, you really hit some notes there I didn't think you were capable of. Sounded like you got shot in the special place with an aluminum bat. You hit a note.
Well, I got to keep you on your toes.
Clearly, you hit that note and I was a little shocked. I was like, what the heck is happening? So anyway, all right, we got one big game to talk about and to predict, and that's Super Bowl Licks, or Super Bowl 59 if you know how to read Roman numerals. A game that, again, the conspiracy theorists figured was predicted a long time ago just based on the color. Whatever, put your tinfoil hats away because we're here to just talk about the game, and I don't think there's any conspiracy here. These are the two best teams of the year. I hate to admit it, even though I think the Lions should have been there, but whatever, it's done. It's over. We've moved past it, maybe. So,
yeah.
I don't know who to start with. Maybe we'll start with, I guess I'll go. I'm in last place. I can't really get ahead of anybody else. So here it is, Super Bowl 59. Look, I think there's going to be 2 winners in this game. And by winners, I mean I think clearly a team is going to come out on top and win the Super Bowl. But I think a player is definitely going to stand out. And I think we'll see an MVP from the losing team. So I think the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. 3-peat, whatever. But I think Saquon Barkley wins the game MVP. I think Saquon's going to have a heck of a game. He's pretty much dragged that Eagles team behind him to this point, along with their defense. But that defense just caught the flu, apparently. So add that to the list of things going in Kansas City's favor, is that defense catching the flu for the Eagles. So that's my prediction. All right.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Who are you picking?
I said picking the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl.
Oh,
It's
okay.
gonna be a close game though. But I think Saquon Barkley pretty much keeps the Eagles in this game. Otherwise, I think the Chiefs just are the better team. So, Aaron, you're right behind Dad. So why don't you go next? I guess we'll wait for Randy's magical picks.
I'm going to take the Eagles. I feel like Dad's going to pick the Chiefs, and if he does pick the Chiefs, I'm taking the Eagles. But if he picks the Eagles, I'm switching just so I can tie him with a record. But no, I think the Eagles will win. I feel like they are the underdogs. They kind of embraced that the last time they won the Super Bowl. Saquon's been a beast, like you've said. Jalen Hurts really hasn't had to put up huge numbers. Maybe this is the game where he does put up like 400 yards and 4 touchdowns and really solidifies himself as one of the top quarterbacks in the league with a Super Bowl win. So I'm taking the Eagles to dethrone the Chiefs.
All right. And that brings us to you, Randy. First place on the line, bragging rights, all that. Who do you got and why?
Well, I've been saying this for the last 3 years. You never count out the Chiefs. So I am picking the Chiefs to three-peat. It's just hard to understand why they keep doing this, but it's not always the refs. It's not the conspiracy theories going on out there. The Chiefs just have it. Whatever it is, they've got it. They know how to win games. If I think it'll be close, kind of like a lot of their games this year. The game would be close, maybe even tied with a couple of minutes to go, but I think the Chiefs are going to have the ball in their hands at the end of the game, and it's going to be all she wrote for the Eagles. So yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs to win. They're just they're just too good. So as I've been saying, as until they lose, they're still the best team in football right now. And I really would have liked to have seen Detroit uh, get into the Super Bowl and face the Chiefs, and I would have picked Detroit over the Chiefs this year because I think they could have done it. But without Detroit being in there, I'm going with the Chiefs.
All right. And just to throw a little bit out there, we did have some early pickers, and I wanted to just shout out everybody's picks so far. B. Lewis chimed in. He's picking the Eagles. Sea Dog chimed in. He's taking the Chiefs. Mr. Nosy Otter chimed in. He's picking the Eagles. Royce chimed in. He's taking the Eagles as well. And Dad, you are waiting to find out what Leonard did. Well, Leonard also picked the Chiefs. So whatever happens, you and Leonard are tied. If the Eagles end up
Yep.
winning, it's a three-way tie with you guys and Aaron. So
Yeah.
best of luck to everybody. And obviously, those of you putting the picks on this video, we will talk about everything probably on our last episode of the podcast for a few weeks. We're going to talk everything Super Bowl this upcoming Tuesday. So be sure to check out that podcast because this is our last show. We're not going to do a recap of who got the Super Bowl picks right. This is the last time you see Aaron probably for a while, unless he stops on to do another project with us or if he's got a video idea. But it's been a fun season. I mean, we kind of feared that the Chiefs might three-peat. Clearly, I mean, even when we all said they weren't that good, this isn't the best version of the Chiefs team that we've seen. Here they are. And in a couple points, we thought the Eagles were the same thing. The Eagles are overrated. We don't think they're the best team, but here they are too.
That was you
So
who kept saying that about the Eagles.
that they weren't the best team.
Week in, week out. I'm not feeling the Eagles. I think they're
Yep,
overrated.
yep,
Here you
that's
are.
true. That somebody was me, and here we are. Clearly, I was wrong about the Eagles. I'll admit that. And we'll see if I'm right or wrong about this matchup. And I'll eat crow if the Eagles win. So I hate the Eagles. I do also think that people have a problem with greatness. So that's why I'm not so all up in arms about this Chiefs team, especially if they get a three-peat. And, people keep saying it's never happened. It's happened in the pre-Super Bowl era. We've had some three-peats. So do your history, everybody. So, all right, guys. Before we go, everybody like, subscribe, all that. Leave your picks down there. I just kind of want to ask you guys before we go, what are you guys doing? What's the food situation going to be for your guys' Super Bowl party since we're not getting together for a Lions Super Bowl like we were kind of trying to plan, but it is what it is. Aaron, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna
Dad,
quietly
shut up.
watch
Aaron,
the
what are you
game.
doing?
Oh,
Dad, shut up. Aaron, what are you doing?
Gosh, I might not even watch the game, to be honest with you.
Oh, really?
I've only watched one half of football since the Lions lost, and that was the second half of the Chiefs-Bills game.
Dang.
So
Still that downtrodden, huh?
might not watch it. Yeah. Should be the Lions. It's not. Oh well.
You gonna watch NFL Honors tonight then?
No.
Okay, yeah, we're recording this before the NFL Honors tonight. Dan Campbell, Coach of the Year. All right, Dad. What are you doing? I guess I'll ask you now.
Not much. I'll be watching the game. I won't be, glued to the TV, but I do like the commercials, even though they've been crappy the last several years. But I'm still looking forward to seeing what kind of commercials they come up with. Of course, like always, they've already leaked some of them. You can find them on YouTube or other social media places, and some of them look okay. But um, that that's my main thing. Without Detroit being in it, I just can't get into it. I'm sorry.
I don't blame you. It's going to be different, so that's why I'm going to eat some spaghetti sauce. Dad, that's why I've been bothering you for our family recipe, so I'm going to make some spaghetti sauce, along with a small batch of our family fried pizzas. For those of you who don't know what they are, they're exquisite. Aaron had authentic ones in Italy, and we're apparently doing it right. So, hard. Oh, don't give me that now. I was all
They're
happy.
good. They're as close as we can probably get to
All right, right on. I'll take it.
fresh from the street in Naples. So
right on.
Wow.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make some good food, watch the game, probably enjoy some commercials. The one commercial that they released with Matthew McConaughey doing the Uber Eats, that's my front runner for the commercial of the year already, and we haven't even.
That's actually a
seen
good
the
one.
Super Bowl.
I like that one.
That might be my Super Bowl commercial of the year so far. So, all right, guys, I guess that's enough. Thank you again, guys, for checking us out all season long. We're gonna go on like a 3-week hiatus after the last podcast comes out on Tuesday, February 11th. We'll talk all things Super Bowl, commercials, trailers, the game maybe, and probably everything else in between. We got some other big news. Like I know the Bears owner just passed away, so I'm sure we'll talk about her.
Yeah.
And then it'll be a 3-week break, and then we're into the indoor and arena season, and we'll probably be doing some shows based around those. So.
Sounds good.
So, any final word, guys? I'll give you the floor, and then we'll just close her up.
All I can say is Detroit will be back next year, so watch out, NFL. Here we come.
All right, somebody clip that out and save that. Aaron?
All good here. It was a fun season. Sucks it didn't end the way Lions fans wanted it to, but that's how it goes for 31 teams. So,
absolutely,
yes, it does. All right. Again, thanks everybody for checking us out. Like, comment, again, all that. And we will see you guys next season.